Hey guys, it's me, Sam, here today with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Angelica Nyqvist collab with Oden's Eye. I'm finally getting around to reviewing the palettes and letting you guys know what you think. If you're interested in seeing how I created these two looks, I will put chapters in the video so that you can skip ahead to those parts of the video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Sam. I'm a makeup enthusiast and makeup is my therapy. And if you feel the same way, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can come back and see more content with me. So I did purchase this from the Oden's Eye website. It retails for $43.90. I think if you were one of the first people to pick it up, it also came with a silk scarf. I did not get the silk scarf because honestly I was kind of hesitant to pick up the palette. It comes with 16 shades and it's themed after Hela, who was a goddess. I'm gonna link her video down below so that she can give you the 411 on all the information on how she chose the names and why she chose the names and the artwork and all of that. But it comes 16 shades. It's pretty much, and I'm gonna lower the lights. This is what it looks like. It's a neutral palette that leans a little bit warm. That's how she described it anyways. I really got sucked in just because of this bottom row right here and the fact that it's Angelica Nyqvist and I adore her. So I picked this up and I created these two looks. I'm gonna give you some swatches now and then we'll get into the tutorials. At the end I will let you know what I think. So let's do some swatches. I don't have any primer or anything on my arms, and I'm gonna insert them. And the first shade we're swatching is Rebirth. It's pretty much like a sunflower yellow. Then we have the shade Fluorescence, which is it almost looks like the corresponding shade. It's like a sunflower yellow but done with shimmer. Then we have Underworld, which is more of a mustard yellow, and then Decay is the last shade on that top row. It's like a khaki brown. Okay, the dark green is Ouroboros, and then we have Venom. Moss and Golden Bridge. Then we have Goddess, Hellfire, Hela, and Wolf. Now these are the multi-chromes, or this shade is a multi-chrome and then this shade is a dual chrome. The multi-chrome is called, let's see, put it here, Double-Sided. And I don't know if you can see the shifts, but it's like red, pink, gold, some lime green. River, Soot, and Complete. Alright, so now that we've swatched everything, we're going to get into the tutorials and then I will tell you what I think. And my eyes are already primed using the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Primer. I think that's what it's called. We're going to go in first with the shade Moss. It's this one right here. And I'm going to go in the crease with that shade. I'm just blending the edges so it's not so harsh. One thing I've learned about Oden's Eye is their shadows, once they are applied, they take a little bit to buff unless you slowly build them, although they are quite pigmented. So far I like the way that looks. Alright. This might be a little bit of a risk, but I'm gonna go into this plummy shade. It's really the main reason why I picked up this palette, honestly. We're gonna take that right in the outer corner. I'm gonna try to kind of look down so that I can really get it in my crease, because that's always a difficult spot for me. And with these shadows, they need finessing to blend, so I really want to give myself the opportunity to blend it kind of right away. I'm going to use a small smudger brush because I feel like I can get really accurate application as far as the edges go, and as you can tell, once you apply the shadow, it doesn't really want to move. So I wasn't able to like flick it the way I wanted. I just feel like with these shadows you have to be ultra precise because they don't want to move around. I'm kind of lifting my brow because I do have kind of hooded eyes, and so the skin sags there. It's not as young as it once was. As you can see, like, it's hard to really blend the shadow. The colors do sit fine next to each other, like they don't blend into each other, but they don't budge. So it kind of leads you to feel like instead of blending, you almost have to make that line really graphic and sharp, because you're not going to be able to like really get the shadows to blend together very softly. Hopefully the shimmers will save the look, so I'm going to go in with Venom, which is this one, and I prefer applying with my finger. So I kind of was able to finesse the shimmer over that little patchy spot so that it's not as noticeable. Back up a little so the coloring is more accurate. It feels very Mardi Gras. Alright, then we're going to take the shade Fluorescence, which is the gold. It's like a lime. I'm going to take that deep purple and kind of bring it in my lower lash line as well to just marry the two. And I did get a little bit of fallout. So the first shade I'm going to use on this side is going to be Underworld, which is this mustard yellow here, and put that in the crease. And I'm using a different primer than I usually use, and I'm having the same experience that I've had with Oden's eye. So they're very impactful and beautiful, but once they adhere to the skin, they just don't budge, which can be very good, but because they're long wearing. But I just find like sometimes you just need them to be a little bit more flexible in the formula. Alright, so now we're going to go into Decay, which is this khaki color here, and I'm going to put that in the like outer corner. We'll see how that lays. They're beautiful, and the way they lay is beautiful, but it's just, you cannot blend, which is so frustrating. So the shade River is the one I want to use really bad. It's this one right here, and we'll put that on the lid all over. This is quite beautiful. I'm going to bring Decay in the lower lash line here. Alright guys, so now that you see me apply the shadows, I'm going to tell you what I think. What I think is that their matte formula, the matte formula it's just a little too finicky for me. It's exactly what I expected because it's what we experienced in the last set of collab palettes that they released. I'm sorry, there's a bunny running around, so if you hear crazy racket, that's what that is. I can't get her to stop. Once you place the shadow down, it does not budge. I have a very difficult time blending the shadows. When you apply them on top of each other, they show up nicely. You can see the pigmentation, but they just don't want to create any kind of gradient. They just adhere to the skin and they don't want to move, which can be a good thing, but it can also be very annoying. And for me in particular, I find it kind of annoying. I don't have all day to spend with a brush blurring out a shadow till forever. So hence for this look, I created kind of more of a graphic line, because when I was trying to blend the shades, it did not blend. They just wanted to adhere to the skin. So although I'm not mad at this look, it's just not my favorite look, and it's not exactly how I intended it. This one, I mean, because I started with this side, I kind of knew what to expect on this one. The shimmers are unbelievable. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I do really, really love them, but I just cannot get over. And the mattes, like, I don't know, there's something about it. It's like I love it and I hate it all at the same time. So I don't know if I'll be picking up another Oden's Eye palette. I mean, I picked this up mostly because I want to support Angelica, because I love her, but I'm not a fan of this formula, and I can't keep collecting them just because of the people they're collabing with. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know if you've already tried this palette, what you think. You can create good looks with it. It's just not my cup of tea. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And until next time, love you guys. Bye.